So traditionally, I thought we only had bulls and bears when it came to the stock market. Bulls think that the price is going to go up, and bears think that the price is going to go down. Well, apparently now we have sheep too. What are sheep? Apparently sheep are the retail investors, people like you and me out there who just buy a stock because somebody else says to buy the stock. We don't know how to do our own research. We don't understand price movement and price action. There's just too much out there, so we just go blindly, follow the shepherd, and whatever he says to do, we do it. We're going to discuss this a little bit more in this video because it's kind of got me a little upset. And, if this sounds like something you're interested in, let's get started. What's up, everybody? I'm Clay. We're going for 10K subscribers on this channel right now, so if you're not yet a bro, make sure to click that subscribe button, become a bro, and we're going to grow our portfolios together. So we're talking about bulls, bears, and apparently now sheep too, right? And I'm going to get into one more that I'm coming up with towards the end of this video that I really think is driving all of this nonsense, in my opinion. But we know bulls, we know bears. Let's talk about sheep right now and what they're saying that they could possibly come up with new rules and new regulations because the SEC is a little nervous about all the price action lately and all of these retail traders coming into play. So I got an article right here. We're not going to go into it too in depth, but it really inspired this video because it makes me a little bit upset that they think that the retail investor is so naive that all we do is follow what our role models are doing. Or if somebody says, I like the stock, that means that we go out and buy it without understanding what we're buying or what we're doing. I mean, just a couple examples. We've got Elon Musk. We know he's tweeted about Dogecoin, right? We know he's out there saying that he thinks Dogecoin is the future, it's the people's currency, blah, blah, blah. We've talked about it. Well, now people are suing him for having tweets about Dogecoin. He can't talk about Dogecoin without upsetting people. He's too manipulative when it comes to the market because whatever he says, people go out and buy, right? DFV, Wall Street Bets. I like the stock. I mean, it doesn't get any more clear than that, but people go out and they buy it because they don't understand what they're buying. They don't understand GameStop. They don't understand AMC. They need protected. This is the moral of the story that the media is pushing right now, and the SEC is pushing so hard that they're trying to come up with new rules and new regulations that they can dominate the stock market because, look, at the end of the day, we know that they're not in on the rally. They're losing money. They're not gaining money on these stocks, and they're upset about it. We get it. We understand. But let's look at this article really quick here. And they want to come up with some new rules and new regulations that the SEC wants to be able to get their hand in and understand. So they want to trade options trading, or they want to change options trading. They no longer want you to be able to trade options unless you go through some very rigorous process and your broker finally deems that you are intelligent enough to understand options and trade options. Look, guys, options aren't that difficult to understand. You've got calls and you've got puts. You can buy a call or sell a call, and you can buy a put or sell a put. Now, you can do so many things with each of those, and there are so many different trading strategies and styles out there, but at the end of the day, that's all it is. Buying and selling calls and puts. Now, that's a very simple understanding of it. Yes, I get it, but they don't think that we're intelligent enough to make our own investing decisions. They need to come in and regulate it even further. And another one down here, we need safeguards against extreme market volatility. Now, the SEC is saying right here, the Commission is always concerned with the impact of significant volatility that is not explained by apparent market fundamentals. Well, let's just explain this volatility that we've been seeing in stocks like GameStop and AMC really quick. These short interest on these stocks were historically high. So people went out and bought the stock knowing that the institutional investors had to cover their positions. I don't see anything unfundamental about this. There are guaranteed buyers out there. So people went out and bought with the intention of holding the stock until the price was driven to the moon. It's plain and simple. When there's a guaranteed buyer and you're not willing to sell that security, they have to continue offering a higher and higher and higher price until people finally accept it. Now, one of two things can happen. You can finally accept that price, or they can finally run out of money and it's impossible to offer a higher amount, and those margins, it all collapses from there. They go bankrupt and run out of money, and those positions are finally filled. Now look, we know we've talked about short squeezes before. That was the fundamental reason people are buying stocks like GameStop and AMC. It doesn't have to be that the company is fundamentally sound to go out and buy it. That's supply and demand, okay? If the demand is out there and we want to buy the stock, if we like the stock, we can buy it. The stock doesn't have to be, if that's what they're doing, if they want to make sure that the price action is fundamentally verified by the fundamental analysis of the company, all they can do at that point is offer shares at book value. There will be no supply and demand. There will be no market value of a share. You won't be able to increase your share price or make money in the stock market unless the company increases their book value. That's a very dangerous thing that they're talking about doing right there, making sure that the volatility isn't there, or they'll shut things down and start to regulate things so that every security the price of every security has to be verified and validated by the underlying book value of the company. Think about that for a second. There would be no price swings like Amazon and Google and things like that. Once that value is there, that's all you're going to get out of that company. So I believe that's a very dangerous thing to be playing with when you're saying that market volatility needs to be justified by the underlying book value of the security. So let me know if you guys agree with that down there, because I think that that's just like, if that takes place, all we're going to be seeing is stocks on a shelf, the book value of that company, and if we want to buy it, and then it's going to be regulated by the SEC, who raises and lowers the price at a later date, and not supply and demand that can control the price of the stock. It would strictly be book value controlled by the SEC, which is insane in my opinion. So let me know what you guys think, if you agree with that or whatever, whatnot. But we need to talk a little bit more about the fact that there's bulls, bears, and apparently sheep, right? Because one of the articles that I was reading was saying that all these smartphone apps and brokerages on your smartphone that all these young investors are getting into, the young dumb investors, right? Guys like you and me, the sheeps out there, that we're getting into and we're investing on our smartphones, right? It's like investing is now gamified. What do you mean? It's like you're playing a game. You're not investing real world money. You don't understand what you're doing. You're just out there clicking a button. If the line's going up, you're clicking buy. If the line's going down, you're losing money. It's a game out there. We're gamifying investing now, and that's all we're doing is playing a game, betting on our money, and gambling away day in and day out because we don't understand investing. We're just sheep. So when we see guys like Elon Musk, our heroes out there, saying, buy Dogecoin, what are we going to do? We're just going to buy Dogecoin. We don't understand what Dogecoin is or what it means. We'll just go buy it. When we see guys like DFV going out there and say he likes GameStop, what do? We go buy GameStop. Okay, because that's all we are. They need to protect us from ourselves because we're setting ourselves up for failure. Guys, I love reading these articles in one sense because it's like, wow, these people are extremely creative. They're good. They're good, I'll tell you. They plant that seed of doubt in people's minds, and then the people that run the country, the people that run the businesses, who are they? They're not 30-year-old guys out there. They're not 30-year-old girls out there. There's 65, 70-year-old people in Congress leading the SEC. Very old dinosaurs, right? So now we have bears, bulls, sheep, and dinosaurs. So we've got dinosaurs wanting to create the rules that no longer work. Think about it. When they were investing and they started investing, what did they have to do? They had to call their broker on a phone. Maybe they had to write a letter into their broker in order to buy and sell and trade stocks. But for sure, they had to call their broker on the phone, get a price quote. Whether or not that price quote was something that they felt comfortable with, they would go ahead and either put in their market order or put in their phone order and say, yeah, I would like to purchase Apple at $1 per share. Okay, well, if Apple comes down to $1 per share, you can purchase Apple at $1 per share. And then the day went by or the week went by, and then the broker would have to call them back and their order would be filled. And it's like, that's not the game anymore. That's not how investing works. Robinhood, listen, I don't want to get too much into Robinhood because I think it was pretty shady what they did a couple weeks ago, but Robinhood changed the game with commission-free investing. Excellent idea. But even before that took place, all of these online brokers like E-Trade, they come out. They allow you to trade stocks online. Yes, it was a $10 per transaction fee, a $10 commission that you had to pay on each side, but you could go online. You didn't have to call the broker anymore and buy it. So I'm kind of wondering if these dinosaurs are still out there calling their brokers on the phone and saying, yeah, I'd like to place an order for Apple. Please go ahead and sell a share of Apple at $120 per share and all of that. It's not how investing is done anymore, and that's the leaders. These are the people out there leading the country, leading these commissions, worrying about the naive retail investors, and I don't know if they're thinking back on their past or what their agenda is, but I know that they want to have control because they're losing out, they're losing money, they're losing that control of what they can do, what they can charge for, how many fees they can earn doing this and that. And they understand that the retail investor is rising up. They're buying stocks that they want to buy, supply and demand at its finest. Now look, I would never recommend, and I know this video is going on a little bit longer than usual, but bear with me just a couple more minutes. I would never recommend going in blindly and buying a stock unless you understand that that is a risk. Right? If you're going to go out, you're going to buy a stock strictly based on someone else's advice or the fact that they said they like this stock, understand that if you don't do your research, you are risking. But okay, it's your money. It's not my money to tell you what to do with. It's your money. If you want to risk your money, okay. If you want to have safer investments, excellent. Do your own research if you want to invest in safe companies, steadily growing companies, and so on. If you want to jump on the train and potentially catch one of these rides to the moon, do so. You know, it's your choice and it's your demand, and you are out there making your own decisions. You are absolutely not a sheep, okay? You're out there, you're a bull, you're a bear, no matter what it may be. If you don't like AMC stock, if you don't like GameStop, okay, you're a bear. You're not a sheep. You don't go out there and just follow what everybody else is doing and follow what the mainstream media is saying to do. If you like GameStop, if you like AMC, you're not a sheep. You know what I mean? It's not like you're going out there and just making these decisions based on what somebody else said. So guys, I know this video was a little bit longer, so we're going to cut it short here. And I want to tell you right now, get down in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Are you a sheep? No. Please let us know down there you're not a sheep. Hopefully, if you've made it this long, you're going to tell us, you're not a sheep and everybody realizes you watched the end of the video like everybody else did. So let us know what you think, if the mainstream media is actually taking this too far, if they're wanting to change and put their hands in everything just so they have control and just so they make an extra dollar on everything that we do. Oh my gosh, don't get me started on it. So if you like the content on the channel, guys, let me know. Hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, we're going for 10,000 subscribers. I know we're going to make it. I'm very excited about it. So hit that subscribe button if it's still red. Become a bro. We're going to grow our portfolios together. And if you're brand new to trading, if you haven't yet set up a brokerage account or you're thinking about trading brokers, there's a link in the description below for Webull. Man, it is super simple to set up your account. You're not playing a game. You're investing your money. So just know that. But if you do, you're going to get a couple free stocks just for signing up and making your first initial deposit of $100 or more. So do that. It's really going to set you up. You're going to get some good stocks. And I've heard people are getting AMC stock just for using that link with Webull and signing up through the affiliate link below. Now, guys, One of the best things you can do is absolutely share this video. Let everybody know, let your friends know what is going on with the media, what they're trying to do right now, what these dinosaurs are calling us sheep, right? That's the moral of the story, and that's what it's at. So share the video with your friends, let them know what's going on, and until the next time, I hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.